All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Wrestling Hooligans. It's your boy Juicy Jake. When I got the violent one here, Vic. Say what's up, Vic.
Long time no see everyone.
Yeah, a little bit on a little hiatus. I've been over here in the mountains meditating.
Yeah, doing
What's more
that
called?
Yoda shit.
Yeah, I was over there, doing a family yearly trip, and it always around this month, man, it always gets to a point where the month of July, I'm just like out of it. You know what I mean? But we're back. As soon as I got back last week, I hit up Vic and I was like, "Yo, we gotta do a podcast, man." He was like, "Bro, when's the last time we done one?"
Yeah, I told you, man. I need to get my $25 worth. I'm paying for the StreamYard $25 a month. We need to at least do like a. Well, right, if we do two, is only $12.50 a month. So
Yeah.
we break out $5 a podcast.
There we go. We're gonna start busting some of them out. You know what I mean? I'm about to start going back to work, but we got a lot of things coming up. I mean, next week we got Summerslam, man.
Yeah, it's
The
be
summer,
crazy week, man.
yeah, the summer main event. You know what I mean? The main pay per view, and what's we'll call it. You guys are gonna be lucky. You're in store for a treat because the violent one's coming down to the Florida.
Yeah, just for SummerSlam.
Just for SummerSlam. I'm going to do a watch along with SummerSlam, and we're gonna hunt down the other one of the missing hooligans.
Yeah. I mean, what happened today? I thought he was going to do a podcast.
No, he had no intentions of doing that.
Oh.
I think if it was a little bit earlier, he's got to get his beauty sleep, man.
Oh.
He's all big into making sure that he gets his 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with me, it's like I need 6 hours. If I get 6 hours, I'm good.
Yeah, me like 5 hours. I go to sleep at 1, get up at 6. That's my sleep right there for the day. 8 hours, like I think last time I had 8 hours when I think I had COVID or something.
But yeah, so he wakes up early, man. He's like 5 o'clock in the gym, So, and I understand because I'm about to be going back to school, and I'm gonna start waking up at 5 again. So I'm gonna be going to sleep early too. So we'll have our select times where we'll do this, and it'll probably be on the weekends where we'll do it again. Because
I don't know, man.
when school starts, I'm up at 5.
My sleep and wake times doesn't really make a difference because no matter if I'm working or not, I still get up at 6 or 7. So
I'm gonna be at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna be clanging and banging those weights.
Oh, you're gonna go to the gym?
Yeah, man.
My gym time is at nighttime, so
yeah, and I got to do it before school because I can't do it afterwards because once you get off of work, man, you don't want to do nothing. You want to sit on that couch. You know what I mean? I'll be a couch potato watching wrestling or playing Uno with my daughter.
See, my thing is well, in the morning I can't go because my wife has to go be at work she has to leave the house by 6:30. So
yeah, that's different.
And at night, I rather after eating all the whole day get it burn it all out at the end of the day. But and plus my kids go to sleep by 8, so I got like 3 or 4 hours to go to the gym. So
yeah. But just like what we said, I mean, the violent one's coming down to Florida. So next Saturday, when SummerSlam's going on, we're going to have a nice little watch along with the missing hooligan.
Yep.
So that's going to be nice.
We'll be gaming and pre-gaming, but we'll be with a hooligan that doesn't partake.
Just like what you said earlier, man, he's gonna be the one serving us drinks.
Yeah, we'll request a bow tie or something.
Have him over there like Virgil.
Yeah,
be over there.
Yeah, like Ted DiBiase and some other heel were just having a good time. Virgil's just standing there like this.
Yep.
Fuck with Solo.
What's we call it? What was it? I was watching a Junkyard Dog uh, show, not the show, but the
Dark Side.
documentary. Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring, and you saw
Ugh.
that the $1 Million Man was one of his closest friends.
Yeah, I saw that. Today I saw the Mike Graham one. That was kind of depressing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, as a wrestling, well, I wouldn't call myself a wrestling historian, but I try to look into the background. I mean, he was an influential character when it came down to Florida wrestling. I mean, I'm wrestling in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, in Florida, they said he was one of the biggest characters.
Yeah. So we've been telling you guys we gotta get back on the dark side of the ring and go over some of these shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I only watched 2 this season so far.
I think I watched the majority of them. I just have to watch the last couple of ones. I know the Bash of the Beach is one of them. I'm intrigued on watching that, and then the one before that. Oh no, I haven't watched Adonis. Yeah, so I'm intrigued.
I saw that one actually. I did see that one.
And then there's one more, I think. But I watched all the other ones, like Doink the Clown. I watched.
Yeah, I didn't see Doink.
Yeah, Doink one was pretty good too.
What about who was it? There was one that Magnum T.I.
Yeah, I watched that one. Yeah, that was sad too.
Yeah.
That was sad too, man. Especially, and we'll go over this when we will go over each episode.
I haven't seen Bam Bam or Abdullah the Butcher.
You're right. Those are the newer ones. Yep. I gotta watch those. I got it all on the DVR. I'm gonna watch those.
Yeah, me too. I have the Magnum TA, Doink the Clown, Abdullah, and the Bam Bam. I haven't watched them yet.
Yep.
Magnum TA, I started. I was like, I don't know if I could watch it. I'm like, it's not. I was never like really knew anything about him because Bam Bam, Abdullah, and Doink, you know, but Magnum TA, he like retired when I was like 2.
Yeah, I mean the only reason we knew about him, I knew about him is because when I was young, I used to go to the store and read those magazines. So all these characters that are on Dark Side of the Ring were in the wrestling magazines.
Yeah,
so I knew of Magnum TA, and I knew but his career was cut short.
Yeah. My grandma, I heard about when he worked at WCW, and he's the one that fired Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Dean Malenko, and who's the other one? Saturn.
Mm-hmm. Horrible idea.
Yeah. Well, I guess they wanted to quit, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, man." He was a world champion too, so.
That's crazy. All right, so let's get on to it, man. I mean, today we had some good wrestling going on. We had the Great American Bash. You know what I mean? Good pay-per-view, NXT. Give it a rating. I give it a B.
Okay.
I'll give it a B. I know you're currently watching it right now.
Yeah, right now I'm seeing what's that little girl's name? With the university? Thea?
Yeah.
And the hottest woman in NXT versus the hottest woman in NXT right now.
Tiffany Stratton. Yep.
Yeah, they were putting up the record is that's the youngest women's match ever in NXT history because that girl is 19 and Tiffany Stratton's like 25 or something.
Yo, she's 19, and that match right there was a pretty good match, man.
Yeah,
it was a real good match.
She got signed out of high school too.
Yeah, and going talking about her 19, and she's already soaking all this, and she puts on a good match. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I mean the other girl too, Roxanne.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
She was already Ring of Honor World Champion, and then now NXT World Champion, and she did that straight out. Well, kind of. She started training with Booker T when she was 16. So, yeah.
Yo, now these wrestlers they're starting young, man. I mean, look at AEW. They got that young Nick. I was gonna say
Nick
Nick.
Wayne. Nick
Yeah,
Wayne.
Nick Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him, man.
Your boy. What's his name? Darby's
Darby.
boy.
Yeah, and even Darby, he started young too. So Great American Bash, they kicked off with the Metaphor and Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazier, Valentina Feroz, and Ulissa. And yo, man, those girls, man, they that tag team is doing good, man.
That's where it started?
Yeah, well, it was the pre-show. I know.
Okay.
I watched the pre-show.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I watched the pre-show.
I just started with the tag team match.
Yeah, so I watched the pre-show. And they put on a good match. Dragon Lee's team ended up winning. Metaphor, their promos, man. I don't know. It just hasn't stuck with me.
Yeah, because when you look at them, there's no reason these four should be together. Like, what is like that dude? I don't even know. Is he British or Australian or whatever he is? The main dude.
Noam Dar.
Yeah, Noam Dar. There's no reason for these three people to hang out. And then there's the South African dude, and then or whatever he is, and the two girls.
It's a mismatch of everything, And
I mean, if they showed some kind of story how they all met, maybe everybody would get into it. But it's just like these three started hanging out with him because he had that cup.
Yeah, and going along on that trend. I mean, even watching their promos in NXT, it's kind of cringeworthy. I had higher hopes for the Lash. What's her name? Lash?
Nah, I don't think she's good at all. The other girl's good though.
Other girl, I had high hopes for her, man. I thought she was gonna be big, man. Because remember, she had that feud with what's her name, the Pog. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but no, I mean the Pog carried that match, man.
Yeah, so I had high hopes for her, but yeah, they started off with that match. It was actually a pretty good match. Those two Brazilian wrestlers, I know that they came on strong before, but then one of them got injured. They're looking good right now. You know what I mean? Good match. Dragon Lee ended up winning. They got to get him involved more. He was considered one of their big signings, and he's lost in the sauce on NXT.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the match that you just we were speaking about before. You had the tag team champions. You had the Don and the family versus Gallus. Gallus are the champions right now. We're the champions. I mean, they got the throne in this match. I mean, they gave it to your boy, the Don and Stacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Much can be said. I mean, like, the Don, and he gets those skits going, man. You start watching them, you're entertained by them, and but something's missing, man. I mean, he doesn't get the crowd going as much as I thought he would.
I don't know. I mean, then again, Gallus, man. I mean, I don't know if there was a background or anything, but they just like threw him into when NXT Europe closed. They just threw him into.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch that Europe show, you didn't know who they were or anything. And then all of a sudden, they're world champions. I mean, they're tag champions.
Yeah, and but the family, what's more quality? They got something going, but then it's like they'll be off. They were off air for a while, and they were just doing skits. I mean, the skits were entertaining, but like when they came to the ring, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I didn't get as much of a pop from the crowd when you're seeing them watching the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they got to do something with that. But they ended up winning the titles. Good for them. Good for him. You know what I mean? and we'll see where they go from here, man.
Yeah, well, they probably still feud with Gallus for a while, but I don't know. I mean, they don't really have any other tag teams I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, we're going over NXT. The Great American Bash is one of the legendary pay-per-views that WCW had, and also under Dusty Rhodes, and they did a good job. But like NXT before this, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, it's kind of hard to watch, man. I
Yeah,
watch NXT just for certain characters. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like Tiffany Stratton.
No, not even her, man. I watch it for Carmelo Hayes, and right now, I mean, I would before it was Braun Breaker, but like even right now, they put Braun Breaker. I don't even know why he's still here. Like I get it. I guess they're trying to build his heel character, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, why are you here, dude?
I mean, maybe they need a surprising moment or something. A Royal Rumble or something like that.
Yeah, he definitely needs
They don't want to waste it,
Yeah, that's probably why. I was hoping tomorrow or next week. I mean, sorry, tomorrow.
SummerSlam. Yeah,
Have him come up over there.
but it
We'll
looks like
see.
a lot of people are going back and forth now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good. They are trying to promote NXT though, man. You see the superstars, they be on the main event shows. I mean, Carmelo was on Raw, right in
yeah,
the stands. You had people backstage, and you start seeing NXT guys over there. So they're trying to help them out. They must be noticing what we just been talking about,
yeah. I mean, that's why they had Dom win the title from
What are
Wesley. Yeah.
what are your
What has
thoughts
Wesley
on
been
that?
doing with the title?
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's something good for the title. I mean, it's going on other channels. People are like, "Where the hell did you get this red title from?" Because the proper people didn't watch it, and
Yeah, I mean,
because
I
Rhea
thought
Ripley is
that
doing
was
it,
that was
they're gonna
awesome
definitely
that
watch
they
it.
did that. I thought
Yeah,
that was awesome. I mean, he's getting that heat right now, and I think they said something like he's the first person to main event on all three shows.
Oh, is it? Wow. All
Yeah,
right.
on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Shinsuke hasn't even done it?
no, he was the
Man.
first one to do it
Yeah,
on
I
all.
saw that quote of him on Instagram. He was saying something about, "I wish my dad could be here to see it. We lost him so many years ago." He's talking about Eddie instead of Al, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah,
Yeah, I've been hearing that Chavo would be getting mad about it, how WWE be doing that, and Ray and Ray's family be using Eddie's name. But
yeah, Chavo. Yeah, I heard about that. He gets upset that they're constantly mentioning that in that aspect. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. Kind of part of me feels like it's more like bitter Chavo.
yeah, because I mean, it's pretty much Eddie who's a bigger star anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. Um, Next up we had Roxanne Perez and Blair Davenport. We were just talking about it. Another young star shooting up. We'll see
what do
where they
you
go.
think of their brawl in the what you call it at the supermarket?
Oh, those videos. I saw that and I was like, okay, it's clever, but it was like, I'm like, ooh, how they using footage from the supermarket? So it was kind of weird.
No, I think
Um,
I was remember when Booker T and Stone Cold did it, so they were doing that.
yeah, I mean, you could definitely see that Booker has his claws in Roxanne and helping her develop. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I mean, you're right though. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like wait, did Roxanne attack her, or the other was it the other way around?
No, it was Roxanne attacked her, I believe.
So it was, Booker T put her up to it.
Yep. So yeah, decent match, you know. Um, Roxanne, man, I mean, she had that title for like what? How many seconds?
The title?
Yeah, didn't she win the NXT championship?
Yeah, but she had it for like a few months.
Yeah, what, a few months. Yeah, we
She's the one that beat Mandy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We need her back in the limelight, man.
Oh, nah. The girl Tiffany needs us do to be the new Mandy Rose.
Yeah, she definitely did, man. And speaking of that, right? Roxanne ended up defeating Davenport.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? But we might as well jump to that. I mean, Tiffany came out and looking like straight Barbie, bro.
Yeah.
Looking at like straight Barbie out there, man. She was fighting against what's her name? Thea Hall.
Yeah.
Hale?
Yeah.
Hale Hall? I don't know. Thea. That's how but Chase U. They put on a great match, man. It was real good.
Yeah.
You know, seeing Thea trying to get the submission, and then Tiffany Stratton also working submissions too. Um, it was pretty good, man. All nice little outfit she had on with the pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like she had like a Barbie dream house on her entrance.
There's the Barbie theme.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just I like you said, this is Mandy Rose 2.0. They lost Mandy, and they got one girl that they just slipped right in there.
Yeah.
You know, and the good thing is, you know, she's developing real good, man. I mean, her matches are getting better and better. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. And every which way developing very good.
I mean, she is dating what's I'm gonna call it? The guy from Imperium. So, you know, they
Yeah.
gotta be over there tossing and turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That dude. I mean, I can't blame either one because that dude got his nice abs.
I told you when I saw him on WrestleMania, and he had like this neck pillow, this different neck pillow. Yeah, this neck pillow that goes around right here, and it looked like one of those collars that they put on when you when you get hurt. And he was on the plane like this.
Oh, he wasn't on VIP. Like I mean, in first class.
I mean, yeah, he was in first class, but uh, it wasn't. I forgot the flight that it was. I don't think it was. I think it was JetBlue. So it
Oh,
was, you know, yeah, you're a first class, but are you really first class? It was a
nah.
little.
That's like being first class in spirit too. So
Yeah, exactly. Mhm. So, what's more call it? Crazy ending to that match, the Tiffany Stratton Thea.
what was
Uh,
I mean, I know Tiffany won, but
yeah, Tiffany won, but your boy from Chase U threw in the towel.
oh, the I don't even know his name. The guy who won the trophy. He won the trophy or something, right?
No, not the one that won the trophy. No.
Oh, the Andrew, no, the teacher,
Yes, the teacher.
Mr. Chase, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chase.
He threw in the towel. Wow,
Yeah, he threw in the towel, man.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it was a crazy finish right there. I wasn't expecting that, you know. And your boy with the trophy, he was over there shocked too. So I
Oh,
wonder what's going to play out from here. I mean, they'll probably set something up, you know.
yeah,
All right, let's go back a little bit more. All right, we jump to that. Oh, we had your boy Gable Stevenson.
yeah,
He was fighting Baron Corbin, man. He looked good.
yeah. He looked like he got in better shape.
Yeah, he's definitely you can tell that he's pick it's easy for him to pick up. You know what I mean? I'm confused though, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've been talking about Gable for a while. And like, you know, he's been training, but he's still also training for wrestling, right? So and he said it to himself, like, you know, he's training for the Olympics in 2 years, right?
Uh huh.
And then I didn't know that I thought he was already done with school, but I guess he's got another year.
Maybe he deferred it while he was training.
Yeah. So I was over here. I was like, damn, and we were saying, deciding like where he was going to go. And then I guess he chose NXT right now. And then I guess he'll probably be still training as wrestling while he's also preparing for the Olympics, to get another gold medal. So that's pretty exciting.
I think they should just keep him in NXT while if he's going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they're probably doing, but he's got some swag, and he's picking up the. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard for him to pick up the wrestling portion. He was throwing Baron Corbin left and right.
Yeah, plus he's already in shape, but he's just
Shout out to Baron Corbin, man, because they stuck him with Gable Stevenson and he made him look like $1 million. You know what I mean? And he's coming out with his old music. He's got a new outfit going. He's got a back tack now. I mean, shout out to Baron Corbin.
Did they ever show who he was talking to? Remember, he went to some, I don't know, somewhere in the woods or something, and he was talking to somebody, but they never showed it. And
I didn't.
I don't know. I thought they were going to try to do another JBL type thing, but then, I mean, he did that. Then he started losing again. So, I mean, no matter what he does, he just loses. So.
Yeah, but shout out to him. I mean, he made Gable look like $1 million. This match ended up in a count out. They were outside of the ring, so stoppage. But I thought it was good, because you don't really, if Corbin starts losing on NXT, man, we got some issues.
Yeah,
where are you gonna go after?
Then again, like your boy, what's his name? The Nigerian dude.
Oh yes,
Apollo Crews. He came in and won a few matches on NXT. Then he lost a few matches. Then he went back, and now he's losing again. So.
Look, Apollo Crews, that gimmick where he had the Nigerian, it worked. It was working for me, man.
Yeah,
I was just like, hey, I liked it. Let it simmer through, and then he had the bodyguard, and then they decided to break it up, and they have him losing, and I was just like, oh damn.
Yeah, right? Where the hell's the bodyguard now? He was starting to do a feud, and then I don't know, he disappeared again.
Yeah, exactly. And then Apollo Crews came on freaking NXT. Now he's back on the main roster. They don't know what the hell to do with that.
Yeah, it's like certain people they just throw around, man. Like even Shelton Benjamin and the other dude, Cedric. They're not even on there like all the time. Just once in a while.
Yeah.
And then there goes Bobby talking to every black wrestler there is, except those two. And where the hell's MVP? And almost, it's just I don't know. Certain people they just.
It's crazy, man, because on Raw you got 3 hours, man. You should be able to add some of these people on there. There was a funny meme that I saw, right, and they were talking about the women booked for SummerSlam, and they put all the pictures of all the other women that aren't going to be working SummerSlam.
Oh, on the poster.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like all these women. They're like, "Yep, all these girls they ain't booked for SummerSlam because they only got a couple matches for the women."
Yeah, it's like now they have like I don't know. Do they have too many wrestlers now? I don't know. I mean,
they definitely. I feel they have too many.
Yeah, I thought AEW had too many, but now it seems like they have a lot of time for it. Close to 5 hours a week now. But
yeah.
Even with that, they just repeat the same people. I don't know how the hell Best Friends gets on every show. These fuckers, man. Fucking guys. Man. Just because they're boys like Orange Cassidy, those idiots come on every show to a job.
Next up, we had North American Championship. Your boy Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I'm just watching that now.
And Mustafa Ali. I mean, good match. We were talking about it, right, with Dominic. I mean, it made sense. He's bringing that title on all the brands. All the brands. He was on Raw this week. He was on NXT. He was on Friday Night Smackdown defending it, right? He was on Great American Bash. So he's bringing that title around there. It's getting seen. It's awesome. because
But
he
Dom got a lot of memes. Somebody asked him, what's his favorite snack after he match? He said Rhea Ripley.
Bruh.
Dom coming up with the memes over here.
Yeah, and then you even Rhea, she was like, mommy's always on top. Oh man,
I didn't realize he was taller than the other two. Yeah, I didn't realize Dom was that tall.
yeah, and but those two, they go back and forth on social media saying certain things. You would think they were damn near married. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they play it off well, and it seems like her boyfriend Buddy Matthews, he enjoys the back and forth with certain certain marks on the comments.
Yeah.
He'll say some slick comment. It was pretty funny. But yes, so that triple threat, man. I mean, it ended up like how we end how he won it. Mommy got involved. She put put West to a table. And then with the belt, her belt got clocked over with it, and Dom still your NXT call it North American champion. Yeah, North American champion.
Those two like you see those two like Ali and Rick, Wesley. If they leave NXT, there's just gonna be another person like Ricochet on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ali's been doing it for years, so.
Yep, and I feel bad for Ali, but he's been also, they try to give him like all these crazy gimmicks to go over. At one point he was selling merch and with his mask and stuff.
Yeah,
and I guess that's why they see something in him. He connects with a lot of the kid fans. But nothing seemed to stick, even right now.
Yeah.
Wes, like you said, I fear that he's Ricochet 2.0.
Yeah. I mean, after his partner left, I don't know. I mean, he's just he had a little gimmick going with them, but now it's just like at least they gave him that singles run for a while. It's been 6 months.
He's definitely had a good, and he's put on good matches. You know what I mean? I liked how he was on the mic with Mustafa Ali NXT this week. He was getting boisterous on the mic. So I enjoyed that. We'll see where he goes from here. I mean, he's definitely not North American champion anymore, so he could always push for Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Seeing him and Carmelo Hayes would be nice.
Yeah, or maybe a heel turn.
Yeah, see if he could pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
see if he can pull it off.
Tom does a really good frog splash.
Yeah, he does. He ain't the best.
Tall guy.
Yeah. We already talked about Tiffany Stratton match, and then the last one was Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov, he's got a nice little look to him.
Yeah,
and I like the music.
I
like the music. He had a nice little look to him, right? He also had like the red contacts in, right? And him and Carmelo Hayes, man, they put on a great match. I thoroughly enjoyed that last match on the Great American Bash.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for Trick to turn on Mello.
Yeah, I feel that's coming eventually.
Yeah, it's coming eventually. Trick actually cost Ilya this match.
Oh, really?
At the end. And Carmelo Hayes still your NXT champion. I wouldn't mind if he would have dropped it. You know what I mean? Dropped it to Ilya. But all in all, Carmelo Hayes, man, he's him. And I'm just waiting, counting down the days until Trick turns on him.
Yeah, I think if they do it, they're gonna make Like it's might not be for a while, but Trick is going to get a few wins under his belt and eventually win the North American Championship, and then to be champion versus champion.
I mean, now that could be interesting. We'll
There'll
see.
But Trick will be heel, so
Yeah, Trick definitely will be a heel.
and then
But
Carmelo goes off to whatever Smackdown or whatever.
yep. I could, so when we talk about these 2-man groups, right? And you think of the Rockers, right? And you think of like how Marty Jannetty fell. He really couldn't survive that throw from in the barbershop after that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And but I see Trick and Carmelo doing good big things. I see it like kind of like Shawn Michaels and the Big Daddy Cool Diesel. I see
Yeah,
something in Trick, man. I
yeah.
think,
He has the body, he has the look, he has the charisma.
yeah, I see something in him, man. I don't think like if he gets away from Carmelo Hayes, it'll be all over. I see, he's got the look, he's got the swag. I'm like, yo, uh, I'm looking forward to see how he develops.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but then again, Marty Jannetty, I mean, he was going to get fired anyway. That's why they did that whole thing.
Yeah.
They're like, we might as well make Shawn Michaels look good if he's gonna, get fired.
Right. But going back into that, that was the end for this Great American Bash, man. It was like I said, it was a B. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was a B. Nothing too crazy, you know. Um and we'll see where they go from here, man.
yeah. I mean, all the best people they have the championship. So
Mhm. We'll see. I saw that they're gonna have a September pay-per-view, right? And it's gonna be No Mercy.
oh, is
No,
it?
yeah, No Mercy is coming to NXT.
Uh, is it?
Yeah, they're trying to hold on to some of those other pay-per-views.
Yeah, or just recycling them. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they'll come back with some NWA stuff,
Hmm.
or like ECW December to Dismember or something like that.
All right. Let's go right here. I mean, let's continue on. Let's real fast. We're not going to break down the whole show. Monday Night Raw this week,
Yeah,
right? Judgment Day's all over it, man. Yeah, I mean, Judgment Day, they've gotten strong, man. They went 100% behind them. You have Mr. Money in the Bank, you got Finn Balor going against what's the name, and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. You have Rhea Ripley with the belt. You have Dom now with North American belt. I mean, they're running. They jokingly say that they run all these shows and brands, and no lie, man, they're doing it, man.
yeah. It was a slow burn. I mean, nobody thought it would happen, but
Yeah, it was. I mean, at one point we were like, "Yo, what the hell they doing with Judgment Day?"
yeah,
But they definitely got this going on over here. And it's Monday. We talked about it. Dom defended the title against who was it? Sami Zayn, right?
uh-huh.
Yeah. So your thoughts, man, before we jump over here, man. Do you see your boy winning on SummerSlam?
Who? Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I want him to.
I want him to too, man.
Yeah, because well, if they're gonna invest all this time in, they gotta give him a break, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
definitely agree.
this is their third match or second match on review.
It's a second.
Okay, but I mean, that's why people get tired of Seth Rollins. It's not because of performer, man. Because his feuds go on for like 6 months. Everybody
Yeah.
gets tired of that shit, man.
Yep.
Basically, he has 2 feuds a year, and he's
Mhm.
on TV every week.
Yep. Um, I'm behind you. I think Finn Balor needs to win this. They built up this storyline about the whole like, oh, it's been 7 years and 7 years, and it's been getting better. You know, I've been getting highly invested with Finn Balor. You know what I mean? Feeling a certain way, just like him.
Yeah.
What he's had to deal with. Yo, but he needs to. You know what would be awesome? And they didn't do it. They should bring out the demon, bro.
Yeah, but the last time he did bring it out, he brought it out for Edge, right, for WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and he lost.
Yeah, bring out the demon, and then bring him out in the demon in black and purple.
Yeah, I mean, if he brings it out and they don't announce it, because last time they announced it with Edge, and then he lost.
Yeah, I mean that would be an interesting twist, and they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, they brought out the Finn Balor brought out the demon," but
Yeah.
when you announce it, it loses its flair. You know what I mean?
Does he still use the Finn Balor music when he comes out by himself?
No, it's like it's a different type of
Okay.
music involved with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, there goes
But not
Tiffany, all Barbied out.
all Barbied out, man. She had the cowboy hat on and everything. All right. Next up, we have Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark in that match, so that she can get a rematch with Trish Stratus. They continue on with this feud with the back and forth from Zoe Stark beat her. Now she beat Zoe Stark to get that belt. Obviously, we see her beating Trish Stratus at SummerSlam. I don't see her beating Becky Lynch twice. Do you?
It depends on where they're going with it. I mean, if Becky beats her, what's next for Becky? I mean, eventually they're gonna have her versus Rhea, but they're gonna do that now, or they're gonna wait till maybe Royal Rumble or WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna wait until after that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because the Rhea, whoever dethrones her, is gonna be like a big time. But I don't think I think she's gonna hold it for a while because she's
Well, I
like the
think
biggest.
I definitely see her feud next being with Raquel.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Because they starting that drama.
Raquel will be there for until Royal Rumble.
Yep. So they'll start that, and then right after that feud, that's when they'll go into Becky versus Rhea, I think.
Or Becky wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's true. She could go that route as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Dominic versus Sami Zayn for the North American title, right? Dominic, we've talked about him. He did his thing, won this match. Won over Sami Zayn, which was good.
Yeah.
And obviously, Rhea and Judgment Day are always involved, but that's the fun out of it, though. It's enjoyable, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm enjoying that part of it on how they're protecting Dominic.
Yeah, everybody likes mommy on screen, so.
Next up, we had Tommaso versus Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
And, they got this whole little back and forth with him and Shinsuke and Bronson. It's a little confusing,
Yeah.
They're going back and forth with each other. And what's we call it? Bronson Reed ended up winning this, man, because Shinsuke came out distracting him. Right?
Yeah.
Next up, we had the Logan Paul and Ricochet agreeing to a match. And much has been said about Logan Paul trying to, and this Ricochet thing. Like I've been hearing on Busted Open on what they thought that Ricochet came off as losing in the promo before. And then looking back at it, I didn't think he did. Looking back at the highlights, I didn't think he did, man. I mean, he did a nice little flip, and he still was able to do his other little flip. I didn't think he came off that bad. Now the wording, though, the word battle, yeah, you can, but I didn't think he lost too much with that. But this,
I think it's just basically a feud for Logan Paul to win a match because he hasn't won a match yet. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree, and he's definitely they're gonna that Ricochet's sad to say it'll be the stepping stone for Logan Paul, so he can
Uh-huh.
still have that swagger up in there. So he had some relevancy in there. But yeah, so they agreed to a match to the SummerSlam. I'm excited to see that, because of the fact that Logan, surprisingly enough, is becoming a WWE superstar,
Yeah.
right? And he has also he jokes about Ricochet a lot, saying that he's going for clicks and TikTok. He's doing the same thing in WWE.
Yeah.
you know, and he does these crazy spots. We know Ricochet does, so it's going to be for a good, entertaining match at SummerSlam, I believe. Next up, Dominic, no, Damian Priest and Apollo. No one cares about that. Oh, Alexa's hearing me.
Uh, what triggered him?
I don't know.
Apollo.
Apollo, yeah. Next up, we had Ludwig Kaiser and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is set up for a match with Gunther at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And do you think? I know we talked about it. We were going back and forth on the text messages, and you have him dropping it at Survivor Series.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna make it to 500 days and then drop it.
I think he drops it on SummerSlam, man.
SummerSlam. That would
Yeah,
make.
I think Drew wins this, man.
Uh,
They want to, you got to, if Drew is challenging this guy, man, in order to keep him also considered a top dog, which he is, you know.
uh-huh.
But Gunther, he's been on a roll lately, right? But I
Mhm.
think the Scottish Psycho ends up winning this match, man.
No, it could be. He wins it by count out or something like that.
Mm,
Then they do I don't know, rematch or something
yeah. Okay. That's a good point.
because they could do the other guys interfere or something.
Yeah, and extend it a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
Uh, Final segment. We had what's up next? Did your boy come out?
Uh,
American Nightmare.
yeah. Eventually, didn't he come out in the beginning of the show? And then he
He came out at the beginning of the show.
yeah.
Um, you see him beating Brock at SummerSlam?
Uh, uh, I mean, Brock really has nothing to prove, but if he does, he has something to say. But then again, I don't know what Brock's gonna do after Cody. He can't wrestle Roman again, so.
Mm. Now, have you heard the rumors swirling about SummerSlam and one of these top matches with Bray Wyatt?
Uh, no, I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, there's this it's some rumors out there. I've been seeing it on a lot of different sites. Nothing credible sites, you know what I mean? But
Uh-huh.
they're saying that Bray is going to get involved with one of these matches.
Uh, yeah, but I don't want him in the title picture as soon as he comes back. If he does it, he might disappear again.
Well, that's why many people are thinking that he might mess with this match.
Oh.
Yeah, like you don't see him going against with Roman Reigns and what's his face, Jimmy Uso, because that's their thing.
Yeah.
Then you have Seth Rollins match and Finn Balor. He could get involved over there. But this is the match where I think he gets involved and he becomes Cody's new nightmare.
Oh, I mean, I can see that. I just I don't know when we're Bray matches, I just don't see like unless he's winning the feud. I don't see.
But does he have to win the feud? And that's what we've always talked about with Bray. Does he really need to beat the feud?
Yeah, because I guess all the feuds he's done since he came back, he never finishes because the Bobby feud he didn't finish. Did he finish the LA Knight feud? I don't know. And then the Uncle Howdy, I don't even know what that was about. Then Alexa's not going to be there for a while, so
Yeah.
he was there for like what 6 months about, and then
Yeah. So there were rumors over here, and when they were saying that, man, this makes the perfect sense, man. Him getting involved with over here and becoming Cody's new nightmare. I love the idea of it.
yeah,
But if that's not the case and that's not there, I have Cody doing the impossible, man, and beating Brock Lesnar again.
yeah,
That would be like, yo, if that happens, he really likes Cody Rhodes, man.
yeah. I mean, I guess, but
Because you don't see that often with Brock losing all these freaking matches, man.
yeah, fairly too, clean. I mean,
Exactly. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, uh, I'm looking at how Chase threw in the towel. I mean, uh, I see how they did it because there was no way for her to get out of that move because Tiffany had her knee on her back of her head,
mm-hmm.
so there was no way for her to get out of the move. So that's why he threw it in the towel.
Yep.
I mean, I don't. It's kind of weird because I've never seen anybody do it like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why the guys don't do like that's like a Walls of Jericho, but with the knee on the back of the head.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah,
It
I
makes
mean,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe they'll use that a little bit more.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Just
oh,
don't
this Monday Night
overuse
Raw
it.
is in Houston.
It's in Houston.
Yeah,
You need to be there, man.
yeah. In 24 hours, I'll be there.
Hooligans live from Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
All right, let's go on, man. Let's go to the next show. Let's go over here. AEW, man. Let me and we haven't talked about AEW in the last month because of our hiatus. But I'm gonna say this. AEW is much watch each week, man.
yeah. It's getting there.
It is must watch because if you miss something, man, if you miss one of the shows, you're missing some part of the storyline. They continue this storyline on across brands,
Uh huh.
you know, and the matches that they're putting on these shows, man, it's like pay-per-view matches.
Yeah,
I mean, last week we had it was literally a pay-per-view that we were seeing, you know what I mean? With
yeah,
the Golden Elite, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, yo, these are pay-per-view matches. I was watching Collision and Andrade and Buddy were putting on a pay-per-view match on Collision. And then in the main event, you had a pay-per-view type match on Collision with MJF and Adam Cole Baby and FTR. So it's been must watch for me, man, and it's taken them a while. Although the ratings might not show for it, and the ratings say differently, but
yeah,
as a avid wrestling watcher, right, it's must watch, man. You got. I'm into these storylines that they have going now. Your boys with John Moxley and I'm over them, because they're I'm over that group,
yeah,
you know. Um,
yeah.
but
Without
every
Daniel Bryan there, I mean, that group is like John Moxley, just like acting like a lunatic. Lunatic. I don't know.
that's a lunatic fringe for you, bro.
Yeah. I just
And
I don't know. I'm like, how's Renee control this guy when he goes home?
this guy's insane, man, insane. Um, He's like Nick Gage reincarnated in AEW or something, bro.
No, but the thing is, like, I'm like, if you look at the guys he's beating up, it's not unbelievable, man. He's beating up. I mean, I can understand Cesaro beating up these guys, but
Mhm.
this guy's just throwing stupid stuff at people, and then I don't know. Somehow they win.
Well, and what I've grown with John Moxley, right? Because I was the same way with you, right? I was like, yeah, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's a different type of fighter. You
Yeah,
know, your boy Cesaro and his other partners, they're more technical, but he's a brawler, man. And that's what you got to look at him as.
yeah, yeah.
He's a
But
brawler.
he needs to put that brawler size on, like Stone Cold. That's what he was. He was a brawler.
I mean, he
But
did put on the size before.
yeah,
He was
before,
getting
but now
big.
he just looks like Darby Allin.
He's lost. I mean, he's wrestling constantly, man. I mean, you're gonna lose that, man. You're gonna lose that
There's
mass that you're
plenty of
picking
wrestlers
up.
that don't.
I mean, you're right. He needs to be training consistently in the gym. He's probably enjoying dad life right now, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
And with his wife right now, and maybe that's why he's not. Maybe something's going on. I agree with you. I mean, he did have some size before. It does seem like he's losing it, just like how Adam Cole, baby,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
lost it.
but there's a bit. I mean, John Moxley, he looks like he could still like fight. Fight. I don't know about wrestle, but fight. Adam Cole looked like he just wasn't trying at all. He gave up a wrestling or something.
Yeah, I mean, he was going through a lot, man. I mean, he probably couldn't hit up the gym. There's probably some restrictions. You
Yeah,
never know. With him trying to get back into the ring and all this other stuff, I don't know if the exercise was part of it. Who knows?
yeah. I mean, there was I know like Randy Orton. He had shoulder issues and he couldn't live for a long time. But that dude still looks like $100. So no matter you could go to the gym or not.
Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, speaking on AEW, like everyone else is going to tell you about their ratings and saying all the no one's watching them, but they're putting on excellent shows, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching Dynamite. I have to watch Collision now, right?
Uh-huh.
I have to watch Collision just for the simple fact that the storylines picks up, and then you have and Collision is just a weird show, and we're gonna get to that, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird dynamic that they're doing, but they still continue with the storyline. But let's get on to this Dynamite. They started off with the Black Combat Pool Club or Blackpool Combat Club, and
Uh-huh. Oh.
versus the Lucha Bros and Best Friends.
Uh-huh.
Awesome match.
Yeah.
Awesome match. Surprise winners at the end when you had the
I
Lucha
have
Bros.
somebody coming in, eavesdropping, trying to listen on the big podcast. She's trying to trying to get it before it drops big time tomorrow. She's trying to listen.
Wants the inside scoop, huh?
Yeah, she wants an inside scoop before anyone else gets it.
Yep. Don't just tell her don't be recording it and putting it on her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's trying to find out what Roman Reigns puts in his hair. I mean, apparently that's what we talk about for 3 hours.
Oh man.
She's going now. Now you tell me what Roman Reigns puts in his hair.
Surprise win on that match, man. You had the Lucha
Yeah.
Bros. Good for them, man, because we talked about it before. They're one of my favorite tag teams, and they go back and forth on with them. They ended up winning that. Next up, you had your boy Darby. Darby's on every show, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's oversaturated with Darby.
Yep, Darby is everywhere. Between him and OC, they throw him down our throats. But needless to say, he still gives good matches.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
But
gonna lie.
this with him and Swerve though, it's been repeated over and over between
Yeah.
and I was actually getting tired of seeing them wrestle, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know like who Swerve's allegiance to. I thought he was with the uh,
Embassy.
Embassy and Brian Cage, and then I don't know.
It's weird when it comes to that. So AEW, they'll push certain groups. Obviously you got the big groups out there. You got the elite, right? And right now, Bullet Club Gold is another big group. Blackpool Combat Club, but there are the other groups. They just, man, they don't hit, man. And you
No,
be
I
wondering,
think there's a lot of groups they push on Ring of Honor show, but we don't see that. I mean, I don't see that. So
yeah, but
I'm not
but
gonna
his
start watching
group,
that.
man, his group is also weird, man, because they have certain people out there, and you wondering where the hell they're at. And
Yeah,
when they come out, they just don't look like a group. They don't have that cohesion like some of the other groups because they
yeah,
just stick these people and make them a group. And that's Swerve's group. The Embassy is that's his group. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Just a bunch of people that they just put together, but they don't really have any backing. They don't put out skits, and that's probably what their issue is. They got
yeah.
to put out.
But this tag team tournament they had. How do they even select these partners? Like, how do they?
Oh, that tag team that was weird, man. It was through this whole little, with the paper and that little rotating thing, and they were just picking names out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's how we had these groups picked out, which was a weird concept as it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because all of a sudden, you had that feud with Swerve and Keith Lee before, and then all of a sudden they're tag team partners again.
Yeah, it was
It was
stupid.
like the weirdest thing, man. That whole Mitch match. I get them trying to do something different. You know what I mean? I didn't. I I was there for the matches, but like the whole concept, I wasn't really for. But let's continue on. So Darby versus Strickland. You also had who's up next? Your boy Orange Cassidy and AR Fox, and
Uh-huh.
now they had an interesting storyline with that because now Darby's bringing in like two different people, right? He brought in Nick Wayne.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see. I mean, they explained his storyline. I'm all behind it, right? Um, and then they brought in AR Fox, and they're explaining the AR Fox uh, thing over there. And AR Fox goes against Orange Cassidy, right? And weird ending in the match. You know what I mean? He kind of like loses it, and
yeah,
your boy Darby starts yelling at him. I'm talking about, what are you doing? But your boy OC Orange Cassidy, man, he has that belt forever, bro.
No, did he? I thought he only won it a few months ago.
No, well, it seems like it. He's definitely has defended that title like in crazy amount of time. He's always defending it, right? And I
Yeah.
think in the beginning of the match, it looked like what was it? John Moxley looks like he's gonna go for him.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
he attacked him. Right? I mean,
yeah,
that'd
at
be a
the
good
end.
feud. Something new.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and maybe Mox. I mean, if he can't get the triple B, hey, get this title,
Yeah.
right? Uh, Next up, your boy. What are your thoughts on Jack Perry, man? Turning heel and winning the FTW championship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's doing good because I wasn't interested in him at all when he was a face. So now he's a heel. He's appealing.
I mean, he's definitely developing. I mean, you see him being braggadocious, talking about he's got the hottest girl in AEW,
Uh huh.
right? He talks about now, like uh, I think on this promo he was talking about how this title didn't mean anything anywhere because it's not recognized anywhere, but
Yeah.
it's gonna mean something now because he has it, right? And your
Yeah.
boy Jerry Lynn came out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. So now I guess they're doing a face to face next week, which I was like, why are you doing a face to face? If it's not a match, who cares?
I don't
You know,
know.
do
Aren't you
face to
face to face right now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Next up we had Pac's back now, right? He went against Gravity. Gravity end up losing against Gravity. Gravity's on every show losing.
Yeah. Is he? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he's been there for that long. I mean, I just
No,
noticed.
he hasn't been there for that long. He's just got here, but he's losing. He lost against Pac, right? Then he
Uh-huh.
lost against Gravity went against Samoa Joe on
Uh,
Collision.
I think he's a Rush's brother or something.
Yeah, got squashed with with Samoa Joe.
Oh, okay. So that belt that Orange Cassidy has, only two people who's held it, just Pac and him, and
Hmm.
Pac held it for 100 days, and then Orange Cassidy's had it for almost 300.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, he has had it forever,
I, I
bro.
just I just keep on thinking them as the TNT champion. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
but I'm not,
it's the
that's
same belt, bro. It's just they changed it up.
is it? No, it's a different belt.
Oh,
This is the All Atlantic International Championship.
yeah, but that belt's changed its name like twice already, hasn't it?
No, the
Yeah.
TNT champion is something else. TNT champion, who beat Wardlow for it?
Mm.
Hobbs beat Wardlow, right? And then Wardlow beat him back, and then somebody else beat Wardlow again.
Okay. You're right.
This
Uh,
champion they just started last year.
yeah, that's true. Sorry about that. All right, next up we had Britt Baker versus Taya Valkyrie. A lot has been said about this match.
Uh huh.
A lot of people say that this was a crappy match. As I was watching it, I just saw two different style of wrestling, right?
Uh huh.
They missed a couple of spots, and I don't know I don't know. I can't break down certain moves sometimes, man. But it seemed that what it was is from what I felt, it's Britt's pretty tall, and I think what's more Valkyrie underestimated that, you know what I mean, and on certain moves that they were doing, it was just weird, you know what I mean. I didn't, well, just like everyone said, it wasn't that pretty of a match, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
I don't know. I mean, like me and you watch a match, it's not that bad of a match, but we don't go on people's social media and calling them fat and ugly for
yeah,
having a bad match. Everybody has a bad day at work.
yeah, exactly. And then it could just be that they didn't they haven't wrestled that frequent, and that's what it is sometimes. They don't wrestle a lot. I mean, they're not going to put on they don't know each other in the ring. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was a lot said afterwards with Taya. I don't mind Taya Brown. I like me some Taya. So
Yeah.
so
Uh, that's why John Morrison, man, he has the abs in the family, but he
mhm.
don't mind that time. So
Yeah, I don't know that Taya, and then later on, I found out I guess she had eating disorder issues. So she's probably not in the as skinny as Britt Baker, but
no, but
she's a
yeah,
talented wrestler, bro.
when I first saw her in Lucha Underground with John Morrison, she was like really. I mean, she was like in shape, like Britt Baker, like a 6-pack and all
Hmm.
that. But I guess maybe she had then she disappeared for a while, and then I saw her on TNA, and she gained all that weight. But I mean, she could still go for somebody like you know. I mean, I don't think she's bad looking. So I don't know.
I don't think she's bad looking either. I don't know what these wrestling fans are doing, man.
I'm
It's
pretty
all,
sure whoever said that can't have a match like the way they had it.
exactly, and this wasn't her best match, and I think she's unique,
Yeah,
because I've seen matches with her and I'm like, yo, she is a beast. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And now that she's crossed over into AEW, it seemed like um, she doesn't have that sim in ring compatibility with the AEW superstars.
Yeah, because I think she's more used to like in Mexico. She wrestled a lot in Mexico. It's more harder style. I think she's trying to take
Exactly.
it easy over here.
Exactly. And that's what I've been seeing. Because you see all these other matches, and she's swinging and going fast, and uh, even this match with Big Breaker. I mean, she was throwing some licks, and you know, she wanted to go hard, but it didn't seem like Brick at the end wanted to do anything like that. I was pissed that she ended up losing this, man, because she's a talented wrestler, man, and for her to come over here and now start losing, but I guess that's what they do in AEW. They bring in these people, and all of a sudden they start losing. Same thing with the Outcast and Ruby. So
Yeah.
I had big plans for her, and then all of a sudden she doesn't even win the belt. They give it to our other her other partner. You know,
Oh, yeah. The Pog.
yes,
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at TNA, it's the exact opposite. So whoever comes from outside, somehow they get the title match, and then they somehow win the title.
yeah.
They're like
So
Naomi's already the women's champion over there.
already,
Yeah,
mhm.
debuted like less than 2 months ago.
So Britt Baker ended up winning this match. Um, next up, what do we have next? We had the MJF and Adam Cole Baby, right? They came out over here. And what are your thoughts on how that's going, man?
And actually, their skits are pretty entertaining.
They were, man. I mean, at first, man, I was like, oh man, they're gonna do this
Uh,
the same go around with
yeah,
teaming up and then one turning on each other like AEW typically does. But it actually started going over, bro.
yeah. Then, but yeah, I think this time it's gonna be Adam Cole turning on MJF.
I was looking at that and I was like, that would be perfect.
He sides with Roderick. Roderick's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like a bitch ass,
Yeah,
he finally goes over.
yeah, that would be perfect. I was thinking the same exact thing, man, especially after Collision.
Yeah,
Um, but it made sense. It's like, they should go that route. Um, but they've been having a ball doing this, man, with those skits, and then the mashup with the music, the whole double clothesline, the matching uniforms. It's been freaking hilarious. Hugging it out,
yeah.
doing freaking dancing.
I don't know when at the bar, MJF goes out with the four girls,
Yeah.
and then Adam Cole's like, "You can't say stuff like that, man."
Then going back home to go play video games.
Yeah,
Oh man. But yeah, man, definitely AEW must watch, man. I mean, awesome show that they put on this over here. Next up, let's see what we got next. Friday night Smackdown.
uh-huh.
All right. Any big thing coming from here? So let's get to it, man, because in SummerSlam, you're gonna have Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. A lot of confusion going on, man, with this whole trial by combat not being fully explained. I think they did a disservice not explaining it.
Yeah.
They're explaining it
Maybe
now.
they'll do it right before the match. Like a package.
Yeah, they're explaining it now on the fly, but I truly believe that especially with the whole signing and then signing on the match, and then he said, "Oh, this is trial," and everyone was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
So now they're explaining it to us, so we're getting a better understanding of it. All right. So I guess we'll see what goes on, but you have those two in the main event of SummerSlam, right? That's the main event.
Yeah, I think so. Unless it's Finn and Seth.
Hmm. So I guess it's a no hold, anything goes type match, right? Where supposedly it's for the role of tribal chief, and I'm torn on what they're gonna do. I mean, obviously, I don't see Jay winning it. I wish it would be, but it's not gonna be as easy as that for Jay Uso. Let's be real,
Yeah,
right? They're gonna give him the slow burn. He's not gonna win it. Something's gonna happen. His brother probably gonna get involved.
yeah,
Solo's coming down here. I know there's rumors of people on social media and whatever saying that they need to bring up uh, Umaga's son and bring in some other bloodline members. I mean, it would make sense, but I don't see that happening now. Do you?
nah. He's just gonna. I don't think. I think they're gonna save that for like Royal Rumble. But then again, nobody else is signed. I mean, you
Exactly.
can't. The Umaga's son just had his first match like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So that's
And
why I'm like, people want to redo that, but you hear the rumors on, well, you hear the dirt sheets and you hear all this nonsense and other people trying to make up what should happen, but I don't see that happening. Just like you said, they just had that match. The other guy is a different federation. None of them are signed. So scratch that out. Let's be real. Scratch that out. What's going to be involved is Solo, uh freaking Jimmy, something between that. Maybe the patriarchs come in, right? I could see something like that,
uh-huh.
right? And them, hell, even them getting involved, what I mean, would be would make it interesting. But in the long end of it, you know, while main event Jay is, I don't see him just beating Roman Reigns a second time and winning this belt.
Yeah. They need to somehow get it going. Let it keep on going until next SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, because main event Jay, he needs to still build it up. I mean, he's not ready yet, man. And it's clearly he's been seen with these promos. He got the acting part in the look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got like, when Roman comes out there and he's yelling and he's like over to the side, not knowing what to do. He's got that all going. But when you give him the live mic, man, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
He's over there like, and doing all this other stuff. And you can he still needs some work on that. Right. So he's not ready for that. He ain't ready for the big dog spot, the Chavo Chief spot, bro. But
Yeah. And, I think Jay, I mean, I can see after this, Jay um, has to either go for the IC title or the US title. So he could.
exactly. If you're gonna go that route, if you're gonna, because look, let's say you say, "Hey, Jay, you're doing great. What are your thoughts on the singles?" I don't know if he would want that. Because I think he would have too much love for his brother, bro.
No, well, I was thinking his brother comes down and he turns on his brother. Jimmy turns on Jay and
I
then
mean,
signs his brother.
it would make for good thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, then Jay
And
by himself, all by himself, and he
exactly. And then you could build it up
yeah.
next year, right? I could
Yeah.
definitely see that. You
Because
get
there's
then
no
you get
point in them. What are they going to be tag team champions again? And I mean, what's the point? I mean,
yeah.
then they could finally I actually, if he does have one of the secondary titles, they could do that WrestleMania match and build it up.
If they do not, if they do a WrestleMania match, it'll probably be a WrestleMania match where it's like brother versus brother or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A brother versus
Yeah.
brother WrestleMania match for one of the secondary titles, and then Jimmy gets the rub and wins it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And if they go that route, you know what I mean, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind Jimmy teaming up with Solo. You know, maybe going a tag team route with his younger brother,
Yeah, that's
keeping
good.
that going on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
or
they can still have the bloodline with no Jey Uso.
yeah, because if Jimmy, I don't think it would be a Mania match though. The brother versus brother, I would be a lot sooner. You know, because if he turns on him, they're gonna quickly go to doing a match over
no,
there.
he's gonna do the Undertaker thing. I don't want to fight my brother. They're gonna do that shit for a few months until he finally has to.
Yeah, but you could only do that so long. You know what I mean? That would probably have to be at Royal Rumble at least. You finally see that match or Survivor Series.
Or he just refuses to fight his brother until Jimmy wins some kind of tournament to fight him in at WrestleMania. Then he has to fight his brother.
Okay, I guess you could do it that way.
You could do a U.S. Title tournament or something.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up, you had the United States Championship Invitational Finals. You had Rey Mysterio versus Santos, and I guess Rey got really hurt from what it seems. Got a concuss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like they say, he had vertigo or something. He was dizzy, but he didn't look like he hurt his leg or nothing. He walked out. So.
Yeah, he probably did. I mean, we'll see what happens. But what are your thoughts on on LA Knight not being in the finals?
I don't know. I think they're waiting for something from Tim because the crowd is definitely behind him. It's just
100%, bro.
Yeah.
He is going straight like Daniel Bryan, bro. This is almost it's not the yes movement, right? It's the yeah movement.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I guess they're building it up. I mean, in SummerSlam, he's in Battle Royal or something, right? He's definitely going to win that. So
I mean, you would think that he wins it, but you never know. I mean, they could something right now is not clicking. Someone behind the scenes doesn't want to push with this. Maybe it's because of their plans. Like they already have written this stuff. They already know who's going to be who they want to insert in pay-per-views and other stuff. And LA Knight came out of nowhere these last couple months. So I'm thinking that's what's going on. They're saving their spot. They're
but I mean, it wouldn't make no sense business wise, because if he's outselling everybody's merchandise wise, they're gonna have to push him even if they don't want him.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna push him eventually, bro. I mean, you see the pop that this guy's getting, everywhere, and he's all over the place now, and they know it, so they have him out there now to get that pop. They have him on the thing, you know what I mean, on the mic, because it's gold every time he hits it. You know, it's nostalgia to having The Rock and Stone Cold in the same person. You know. I know we talked about that before because he be doing their moves and everything, man.
Yeah, but as some people on the internet call them Stone Rocks.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Hey, people are going to imitate their stars. You know, they're going to imitate. We've seen it for years. You know, not like how he's doing, where he's literally doing the rock by people's elbow.
Yeah.
He's doing the stunner. Yo, his move is almost like the stunner, bro.
Well, what was it? What's it called? His
I I can't remember his move, the name of it, but when I
but
look at it,
I didn't realize he was in so many things. Like people have been putting up memes, him in workout videos, even in
yeah,
Brooklyn 99. I was like, what
yeah,
the?
he's out there. He's all over the place, man. That's why they were saying LA Knight's all over the place, and they were posting everything that he was he was doing in the past, even old photos of him coming up. You know,
Yeah, he's been around for a minute because he's 40 years old now, so he's
yeah.
our age. Uh, he's his birthday is a few days after yours, Jacob. So
What?
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
November 1st.
But going back on that, um, he'll get his push. I don't know if he's going to win the battle royal. I mean, you would assume that
Well,
they're
it's
going to give
obviously
him
not
that.
going to be Sheamus. They're the only one two that announced for the battle royal.
Yeah, they're going to give it to someone, man. It
Uh,
makes sense for him, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. I need to see him. He called his shot before, bro. He said it on live air that he's coming for that U.S. title. We need to see him going for that U.S. title.
yeah,
You know, I figured, it made sense to do this in this invitational challenge. It made sense. You could easily done it. It would have been big. It was not part of their plans. Austin Theory is definitely going to hold on to that belt. You know, I he's defending it after SummerSlam, which was weird. I know there were people talking about that it was going to be before SummerSlam, but it's actually after.
yeah. Maybe he's injured or something. I don't know why they do that.
I don't know, and that I don't know how you have a invitational match and it's not going to be on SummerSlam. This is the problem with WWE with these belts. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and this is the first time I've ever heard of a SummerSlam Battle Royal. But what is it? What do you win if you win the Battle Royal? You got to win
Like,
something.
exactly. Yep. Probably be a shot for the title. That's what they should do. Shot for the US title.
Yeah. I mean, they could just say that, or they're gonna say some bullshit like if LA Knight wins it and he says, he's gonna go to Adam Pierce and be like, I won the title. I mean, I won the Battle Royal, so give me my title shot. And then Adam Pierce is just gonna do it there on SmackDown. It's always
Yeah.
dumb the way they work some things out. It's like
Yep.
they don't see, they don't think of it like before. Stupid. Why
Yeah.
would you put a battle royal without the stipulation?
I'm telling you, they do. That was everyone knows that was a throw in.
Yeah,
That's them writing shit like oh snap, we gotta get LA Knight involved in some way for some
and,
reason.
they their only two participants is Sheamus and LA Knight.
I mean, you see how dirty they did him before because remember even with when he was in New York, he came out and that was not even on the show.
Oh,
They
let me
they
see.
brought out LA Knight, but that wasn't even part of the show. You know what I mean? So like there's something. That's why I said something's wrong. Something's up. Yeah.
It's like all the best storylines they always start at SummerSlam to end at WrestleMania. So
Mhm.
like Daniel Bryan, the Yes Movement, and then Stone Cold. Uh, when he first won the title, I mean, given the match he won the IC title the first time is the same match he broke his neck, but
Mhm.
I mean, eventually the following year at WrestleMania he won the world title. So
Yeah. I mean, um, right now with LA Knight, man, do you see him having a match on WrestleMania?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
You gotta have him there, right?
yeah.
Especially if right after
I see all four of us wearing LA Knight shirts. What is that? Merchandise. Better be some good merchandise.
they I'll support it, man, because I've been ever since he came to WWE, I wanted him to do great.
Yeah.
You know, there's been stars that came through that they pushed the NXT
Uh-huh.
and that I wanted to see on the great on to do great, and he was one of them. Before him, it was Bobby.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell Bobby is now. I think he was injured. They said, you know, Bobby Roode. Who else?
I mean, Bobby Lashley. I don't know what kind of faction he assembling in the Black Avengers or something.
Hey, but they had a segment on Friday Night SmackDown where
Yeah.
they mentioned your boy. He needs to change up his gear, and I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
You know, he's always out there in those sweatpants and hoodies. It's time if you want to be serious and you want to be considered. You need to look the part.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big deal. It was breaking news for Shaji when he finally was wrestling with no shirt on.
Man, maybe you guys be going hard on these guys that don't be hitting the gym but he hits the gym, man. But people develop different. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Montez Ford, yes, he works out in the gym, but that dude was on some stuff though.
Okay.
You can tell by look at his nipples.
Yeah.
They're sat they're he's got that TRT nipple.
TRT. What is TRT?
Testosterone.
Oh.
Yep. He's got that testosterone nipple where it like droops.
Well, if it's drooping, it's drooping on Bianca.
Damn sure it is. but so, and that's why I was like, I can't get hard on this guy because maybe he's not taking he's not taking the stuff. That's just pure strength in the gym. Like me, you don't see me going out there with like no incredible abs or anything. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's because
Okay. So we don't have 8-9 hours to work out every day. There's people. These guys have that, and they have the best facility in the world, and they got trainers if they want it.
I mean, you're right. I mean, you could be in the gym for like 2 hours. I mean, look at Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I mean, I was I was going to mention this on the podcast. My wife, Jen, she looked at Rhea Ripley and she thought she was a man.
Oh.
We were watching wrestling today. I was watching wrestling today and she's like, that's not a girl. And I was like that's a girl.
Well, I mean, I can understand somebody who's seen her for the first time.
Yes.
But since we've seen her for years.
Yeah. I showed her a picture when she was blonde. I was like, this is Rhea Ripley before. She changed the look over here. And she goes to the gym. And then I showed her a picture of Buddy Murphy. I was like, this is her boyfriend. They're in the gym constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, Bianca and Montez is too.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, your boy could be the third wheel.
Andrade and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back at that, we'll see what Bobby does, man. Let's see what faction he goes on. This is a slow burn. I'm excited. I want it to go fast, but
Yeah.
I guess we got to take their time. We're gonna see if he's gonna make a new faction.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be 5 of them, and then I guess MVP going to come out with his own faction. Amos and Cedric and Shelton. Let's see, that's 4 right there. They just need one more black dude.
Hey, you and Shaji both wanted the Hurt Business to come back.
Oh, me and Shai, we'll be the half of the world. Dude.
Half of the world wanted the Hurt Business back. So I guess we'll see what happens.
I mean, You're the one who said there would be the next 4 horsemen, and we should buy these shirts.
For I never said that. I never said that. I enjoyed the
You
group.
say we got it. Yo. This is the next 4 horsemen. The shirts can be around forever. It's gonna outsell NWO, all that shit. And then now he don't want the Hurt Business to come back.
I didn't say I didn't want the Hurt Business to come out. Do you think they're going to use that same moniker, or it'll be a different name?
I don't know. I mean, if they hear this podcast, they're gonna definitely use the Black Avengers. MVP. Oh, the next other Black dude, he put Wesley in there too, and it's 5-on-5.
Oh my goodness, Wesley.
Or your boy Apollo Crews.
Hey, it'll help out Apollo Crews, man, because he's underrated, man.
Yeah, it'd be like the Dream Team versus the Jobbers. The 1992 Dream Team versus the 2012 Dream Team or something.
Speaking of jobbers, we had Carl Anderson versus Karrion Kross.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Jobbing. Karrion Kross, they don't know what to do with him, bro. They don't know what.
I mean, I guess Carl Anderson, they don't know what to do with him either because they came back. But then again, I think all they care about is hanging out with AJ. I don't think they're getting paid well.
I think that's what it was. They came back to hang out with AJ.
Because they were in Japan and TNA, they were champions there. And then they come here. They're just hardly on TV. Just gets beat up once in a while, but they hang out with AJ. That's all they care about.
Mm-hmm. We had a female tag match. They had Bianca and Charlotte Flair team up, which was interesting how they're trying to do that. Bianca sold it pretty good by mentioning, like, what the hell are they doing? What are we doing as tag team? Mm-hmm. They ended up winning that match, right? They were going against the tag team champs, right? Tag team champs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they ended up pinning them. Obviously, there's controversy that Charlotte tagged herself in to get the win. Continuing that, they got a triple threat at SummerSlam, and I don't know who's gonna win, bro. Who's winning?
I don't see Charlotte winning it, and Bianca already had it. I think Asuka's just gonna retain.
Asuka retain. Now,
then your girl does the cash in.
Yes. And I see that happening at SummerSlam. I see EO cashing in.
Yeah.
Because
Bailey's injured too, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
She tweaked her knee. Doesn't look, and she posted on Twitter saying that it's not as serious as people thought. So she's probably just going to be not wrestling for a while.
Yeah, she's not gonna do. They're not gonna do anything with her big butt, so they're just gonna give it
to Bailey bubble.
Yeah, but bootylicious Bailey.
Yep. Speaking of bootylicious, I was watching Collision and Kiera Hogan.
Oh yeah,
we got to talk about her.
I've seen her bootylicious since TNA days.
Yep. Kiera Hogan was wearing this outfit, and I was just like, it was the dark sky blue.
Red Moon blue. I can't hear you.
I don't know. For some reason
you turned your mic off.
Yeah, I think I had my mouse over the mute. Main event Jay, man, was in the main event of SmackDown. And it's funny because previously your boy, man, Roman's been getting at him, man. She's like, I called you main event Jay. That's why they know. He's awesome with that. But he was in the main event versus Grayson Waller. It was nice to see. Um, End up winning the match, and then he gets beaten up by Solo and Roman. All right.
Uh-huh.
So sets the stage for next week, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm excited to see the package right before SummerSlam. I'm excited to see where they're going to continue on with this storyline. Something's happening.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't see Jay winning it. Obviously, we already talked about that. So I'm excited. Excited to see where they go from here. Like I want to go push like 2 weeks ahead so we can already see what's going on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta wait and see when this Saturday, um, when the 3 out of 4 hooligans are together. We'll see.
Yes.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
we gotta not look at social media too.
Yes. Yes. Can't do that. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure to turn it off.
Yeah.
Go in airplane mode. Before we I'm not gonna go over Rampage. Just for the simple fact that we've been on here for a pretty good while talking about wrestling, and for like the past month that we didn't have a show.
Yeah. And this
and
is only we only talking about 1 week of wrestling,
yeah, exactly.
and not even all the shows.
Yeah. I mean, we still didn't talk. I mean, a lot's happened since then, and you know, it's catching up back on that. But not gonna go on Rampage because Rampage didn't have too much. You know, Rampage is hit or miss sometimes. If they decide to put a good match on Rampage, then you'll watch it. But AEW right now is Dynamite and Collision, and you gotta watch Collision because a lot of stuff is going on Collision. They
Yeah,
haven't.
actually, you could like maybe skip the other week because they had the recaps on Collision, the recaps of all the important stuff, like of Dynamite and Rampage on Collision.
Yeah.
Because technically, if you skip all the other two, and if you just watch Collision, you can see what happened on the other two.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Tony Khan just loves naming these shows after car accidents, but like I'm watching after the pay per view ended, the trailer for Twisted Metal came on,
Mm-hmm.
and you know who's in that show?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, it says Anthony Mackie, Nev Campbell, and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, some old Joe man over there, man.
He finally made his debut, and he's a well. They don't show his face. I mean, so far they haven't. I haven't seen it, but he's wearing a killer clown mask with a saw. But
Yep.
he's with no shirt on.
Yeah.
That's why his big role finally came. They finally got a role for him.
Hey, a lot of these wrestlers, man, they're always trying to get into these big time movies, and he finally got into one. We'll see.
They probably called up Tony Khan and saw a picture of Brian Cage. Nah, he's too muscular. You give us the flabbiest guy you got. And they got Samoa Joe. So.
But
It's like, nah, Keith Lee, nah, he's too flabby. Yeah, Samoa Joe. He's the right amount of flabby.
Keith Lee's he's slimmed down a little bit, man, as soon as he came back.
Yeah, I do think he lost like a few pounds, but
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. I mean, if he's finally got it. He don't know. He would have been a world champion in WWE if he, got that Bobby Lashley body.
Mm-hmm. So, talking about Collision, they started off with a banger, bro. Buddy Matthews versus Andrade in a ladder match with, I guess, I didn't like how they went with this whole gimmick with the mask, and the main reason is because Andrade never really put any real importance into the mask, right? He just wore it, and that was it. Right, it's not doesn't look like your typical luchador mask, so it doesn't really make.
No, that's the mask from the guy from Batman.
Yeah,
the black mask.
Yeah. So like I was saying, So it was kind of weird with the build up. But this match right here, man, was an absolute banger, bro. It was like a pay-per-view type match on Collision. And Collision's been doing this lately. You know, they'll be putting some matches on there, and it's kind of weird. And we talked about this before. Like Collision is they're turning into their own little entity,
Yeah.
right? And we're gonna go back and talk about that when we get into talking with about CM Punk. But this is an awesome match, awesome spots over here, some crazy spots. Well, with the ladder, and you know Andrade's always been known to do some of these crazy spots. He ended up winning it, right? No interference by the rest of Buddy Matthews' group, which was very interesting because I was like, why is that not happening, right? But he ended up winning it by throwing off what's her name?
Julia Hart.
Yep, Julia Hart. But excellent match. Next up, yo, I did not know that. Here we go, Darby going against Suzuki, and I didn't even know Suzuki is he signed with AEW. He didn't go back.
I don't know. They probably was bad weather and he could get on a plane or something.
I guess so. I guess he couldn't go back, man, or something happened because he's stuck over here and he was over there fighting on Collision. We already talked about Joe. Joe squashed Gravity.
Uh-huh.
One of the nicest entrances on the AEW when you got the guns.
Yeah, the guns and your boy's growing on me. The
Juice Robinson.
Juice Robinson, man. He was full character right there.
Yeah, he was, man. And the guns they over there shooting up water and spraying water like they Triple H. Oh man, it's beautiful, man.
And what you call it? You think they're gonna ever do? They maybe save it for pay-per-views, the many-minute entrance.
They probably will save it for like the top pay-per-views, maybe.
Yeah, because maybe they got to buy pay 50 cent royalties or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for that, man. That's an expensive get. And you know, AEW always trying to get that music. I mean, even with Jack Perry, he's got that weird music going on. They probably spending money for that. These fools just love spending money for music, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's why Vince McMahon made that
his own
one
producer.
guy make everybody's music.
Yeah, because the way they're going, man, they're gonna go bankrupt just on music.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Time Warner wants them to do a certain amount of ratings. That's why the Collision they make it so hard for Saturday night. That slot that they're in costs a lot of money, so that's why Time Warner wants a certain amount of ratings for them to keep up with the show.
Well, they're definitely making it must watch, man. I mean, even
but it's not getting. Is it even getting 1 million? I mean, I'm pretty sure the show's good, but
yeah, it show's good, but I don't think it's getting 1 million.
Yeah, I think they want 1 million. That's what.
It's a tough spot, bro. Saturday, no, yes, Saturday is hard, man. Especially they're gonna find out real soon how hard it is because college football is about to come back.
Yeah,
and Saturday is college football night.
Mm.
They need to cancel Rampage and transfer Collision to Fridays.
Yeah, but they still maybe they need more hours.
Yeah, they need because they're about to go in dark mode when college football gets here, man.
Yeah,
college football is a different beast, man. You can't compete with them. You can, and you know, even WWE knows, even in their heyday, right? That was the mark to get as much as the NFL was out there. NFL is no joke, man. And college football is just as equal.
Yeah,
you know. So their ratings are not gonna be as high as everyone thinks it's gonna be.
Yeah,
this ain't WCW back in the day.
I mean, WWE has experience because they go up against Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that's you know, They deal with it. They bite the bullet.
Yeah.
They bite the bullet during the. They know that hey, when they go up against a big Monday night game, and their ratings are gonna go down. Your boys, the Guns and Robinson ended up beating the Vikingo, right? El Hijo del Vikingo and Action Andretti. Good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Vikingo always doing these crazy spots. Had a crazy spot over there where they like threw his ass in the air. Let's see. Oh, we already talked about Kiera Hogan, Mercedes Martinez. Right, Kiera Hogan, man.
Yeah.
Had me glued to the. I watched that whole match. Let's talk about it, man. Talking about with CM Punk, man. We finally found the contents of the bag. Everyone already knew what was in the bag. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, when he goes over there talking with Shivani, he make it seem like no one knew what the hell was in the bag. He takes it out, man. Takes it out and said he's the Real's heavyweight champ. Right? And then puts X on it. And obviously in my head, I'm like, yo, is Collision gonna get their own belt? Because they're like a separate entity, Collision. I mean, hell, look at CM Punk's shirt. On his shirt on the back, he said that he's a Collision guy.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere else but Collision. So I'm guessing they're gonna make it a whole. It seemed like it's gonna be different, man. What are your thoughts on Ricky Starks coming out and saying that he's the man in a title shot?
I guess. I mean, I guess he has a valid reason because he beat him twice.
I mean, I get it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, I want to know what MJF is thinking right now because he came on right after that. And he's got the belt on, and obviously he's doing this whole shindig with Adam Cole, but you have a guy that literally on the same night come out with his belt and said he's the people's champ, and now he's about to defend it.
I mean, Ricky Starks. I mean, yeah, I don't know why, but I guess since he beat him twice, that's the only thing he has because he hasn't done anything else.
Hey, man, heel Ricky is always the best Ricky.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got a push, and they turn him a face, right? And he had a couple matches. Didn't win. He beat Jericho. He beat CM Punk, but heel Ricky is the best Ricky.
Yeah.
Right. He's got that swagger about him. He gives the gab. He's got the look. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying the little skit, but I can see what you're talking about. Like, what has he done lately?
He won
Owen Cup. He won Owen Cup.
I guess, but they should have said that was a stipulation.
Yeah. But we'll see where they go from here, man. I mean, like I said, I'm confused. Right? I'm looking at it we got two AEW belts on Collision at the same time that night. And I don't have MJF going hollering and screaming yet.
Yeah.
Because I know deep inside he's burning up right now.
Yeah. I mean, unless, they're going to make it like Smackdown or Raw.
Yeah. And that's what I'm assuming that they're doing. Last up, we had the main event of the night. We had MJF and Adam Cole versus FTR. FTR got that Miami Vice music coming out too. That's a banger, bro. I'm gonna start playing that in the gym, man.
Well, is it Miami Vice? I thought it was more like Japanese people. Shit.
Oh man, but AEW does something that I enjoy, man. It's those mashup songs. You had MJF and Adam Cole Baby with a mashup, They do it right, man. When it comes to the combining that music. Um, with that being said, that was an awesome match, man. The closeout collision.
Yeah, that was a real good match. And then you thought somebody was going to turn on somebody, but they didn't.
That was yo. I was glued to my television, man.
Uh huh.
I was glued. I was glued. I was like, "Is he gonna do? Is he gonna do it this time?" And he didn't. And that totally tripped me the hell out. And you talked about it before. It said, "Hey, Adam Cole needs the turn on him," and I completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. That would be awesome.
Yeah, because he's going to finally think he has a friend. And then uh, Adam Cole turns on him.
Yep, it makes perfect sense. But yeah, like I said, collision confusing with the whole belt situation. Um, MJF, he's probably fuming at the mouth, ready. He's already writing shit, the spew at CM Punk once he's done with this feud. I'm guessing that he's gonna go all in on him, and we'll see. We'll see they go from it. Is Collision gonna get their own belt? Who knows? I don't know what's going on over here.
Yeah. And going back to, what'd you call it? Dom for a little while. You saw the little skit they put when Dom came out after he won the match today, and he saw Shawn Michaels.
No, I didn't see that. What happened?
And Shawn Michaels, was gonna shake his hand. He's like, and then Dom pushed it away. He's like, and Shawn Michaels like, your dad should have spanked you when you were younger. Yeah, they were doing both Rhea and were disrespectful to Shawn Michaels. Your dad should have spanked you when you're younger.
Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah, and Luchasaurus has that title. He beat Warlow for. I mean, Christian technically has it.
Yeah. That was everyone's confused about that. I think even Luchasaurus is confused. But you know what? I enjoy it. It's a Christian thing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because I like Luchasaurus to cut a promo.
Yeah. So it's enjoyable, man. It's weird, but I actually enjoy that fact that he's walking around thinking that he's the TNT champion, bro.
Yeah, they were even saying. I mean, Christian posted a picture. He's 49 years old and he has like a 6 pack.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yep,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying, man.
You're right. You're right.
I look at look at if you put Edge and Christian back together right now against Sammy and Kevin Owens, it'd be a Canadian match right there.
That would be enjoyable to watch, man. Sad
Yeah.
that they're not. That's not going to be happen. But you're right, though. I mean, freaking these 40-year-olds coming back stronger than ever.
I mean, now they're all like pretty much 50. Pretty much 50, and these guys are 35 or whatever.
It's true, man. I mean, we've talked about it, especially with KO, and he's got kids. He's probably more concerned about that. But you're right, though.
Yeah, I mean, like in the 90s and the 80s, whatever. Somebody like Bret Hart had like 6 kids or something, and he still was never not in shape.
Facts, yeah. But he's
okay. Then the kids is what's Keith Lee's excuse?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I tell people this right now. I like to drink beer. You're never gonna see me walking around with a 6-pack.
Okay,
that's because I like to drink beer. Maybe some of these people they just like to drink beer.
Okay, I mean, well, if that's the case, I got. What about Stone Cold? He said he drank beer the whole time, but he worked out. Ric Flair.
Ric Flair did say that, but
Ric Flair said he drank all night, and then he was in the gym 8 o'clock every morning.
That's true. That's true. Some people just don't have the that's and I'm gonna say it is gonna sound bad. That's indie wrestling for you, bro.
Yeah.
That's indie wrestling for you. some of those kids on the individual circuit, they, they don't they value just being a wrestler and putting on an awesome match and show, but some of them don't value putting the work in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, if you had all that together, you would have been like where you are sooner, or
I'm not
even
saying that all of them do. I'm not
yeah.
saying all of them do, because Cesaro was on independent marketing. You see, he's ripped. Daniel Bryan, um, Adam Cole in his heyday. Right now, I don't know what's going on. Something's happening, but
Oh yeah, he eventually he bench pressed the same as MJF apparently. So
yo, when you put that up, I was like, oh my goodness, what the?
no, yeah, because I was at the gym on the treadmill, and I just looked away from because it was on the TV like right there, so I was on TV, so I looked away, and then I saw MJF lifting the same as um, MJ. I mean Adam Cole lifting the same as MJF, and then I was like, what the hell? Then I just text you guys. I was like, even then I even saw MJF said, what the fuck?
They did awesome camera work there, bro.
Yeah.
To make that possible. But yo, man, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight, man.
Yeah.
You coming down to the Florida next week for SummerSlam.
Yep.
Hooligans are gonna be watching SummerSlam, be able to do a watch along. And I think we should do a watch along. What are your thoughts?
We can do. I mean, this would be a 3-hour watch along. I mean, was it 4 hours?
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess we could. I mean, because we won't have time to watch it, then do the paper
and then talk. Yeah, so we do that watch along. Watch it for SummerSlam, man. Everyone be open, be ready for that. We're gonna do that next Saturday. And who knows? You want to post it live? I guess we'll post it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah, we ain't doing nothing else.
And we do it live on YouTube, and I'll make sure to put it out there, and then maybe have some people call in.
Yeah.
Have some people call in. I'll let them know. But other than that, man, excited for SummerSlam this week, man.
Yeah, man. Excited to be coming down, watching with the dudes.
Yep, and what's gonna call it? And we even talk about, like, we already got the Airbnb ready for WrestleMania.
Yep,
already got it out. Tickets go on sale the middle of next month, so we'll see what we do from there.
Yeah,
and all right. So, but we're gonna, my hiatus is off, so I'm gonna make sure that we try to do a weekly show.
Yeah, so I got my money's worth of these $5 a show. This show right here costs $12.50.
All right, guys. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Wrestling Hooligans at YouTube, Wrestling Hooligans on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Keep on the lookout for TikTok in the future. We got some things planned, and what's gonna call it? Be easy.
All right, have a good week, everyone. Stay safe in the heat. It is SummerSlam is coming up. SummerSlam week, and don't get body slammed.
All right, peace out, everyone. Peace.
Later.